Hi! So in this video, we're going to just go through how we're going to look after these bows at home. I think the most important thing to remember is try not to touch the hair of the bow with your fingers. Remember we talked about how you've got these little oils on your fingers and that they can damage the hooks on the horse's hair. So we really try to not touch it too much. Okay, so when you get your bow out of the case, it should have nice, loose hair. So if you place it on your hand and do that with it, you should see that that hair is nice and loose, it's moving around. Okay, so that's how it should be when you get it out of your case. Now, the little screw at the end, to tighten it, we're going to turn it clockwise, or I like to think of turning it to the right to tighten it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, so we turn it. There's not an exact science to how many times. I've just turned mine about 10 times, 10 short little turns, and the hair is now all together. It's in a nice straight line, and if I place it against my arm, so not on my skin, we can see that it's quite firm there. So I'd say that is about right. So that is tightening the hair. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is grab our rosin out of our cases, which I'm going to do right now. Okay, so you're keeping your rosin in your case. Mine looks slightly different, I'm afraid. I haven't got the same one right now, but it's this round thing that you've got in your cases. Now we need to put this on every single time that we get the bows out of the cases, just to protect those hooks on the hair. Okay, so the way to do it is I hold it in my left hand and hold the bow in my right hand, because that's the bowing arm is the right arm. And you're just going to pull, and you should hear that friction. I love that sound. And I would do this 10 times, so back and forth 10 times. So that was 1, 2, and try and make sure that you go all the way down to the bottom. 3, 4. I don't need to do it 10 times. You've got it. Okay, so we've got the rosin on. The hair is tight. Now let's go through how we are going to make our bow hold. So now you need to find your little thing. I've got a pineapple, and you're going to stick it on your little Velcro dot. Okay, so that's to help with our bow hold. And just to check, because this may have moved whilst you were tightening the bow, but your little pinky holder, just make sure that it's up against this bit here, this black bit here, which is called the frog, and make sure that you've got your elastic band. Okay, first thing we're going to do is our middle 2 fingers, we're going to place them inside the elastic band. Now you might have to pull the band up over your first knuckle to keep it secure. Okay, the pinky, pop it inside the little hole there, and your index finger is going to slide across this black bit here and kind of hug whatever creature you've got on top of your bow. Now the thumb, to start off with, you can have it underneath. Make sure it's sideways on, so your nail is effectively touching the bottom of the bow. Or you can have it up here in this little gap. Now the gap that we want to have it in is the gap between this black bit here, which is, this bit's called the frog, this black bit. So this bit and the lapping here, this black bit, and you want your thumb to be sideways on. So effectively your nail is touching the corner of this black bit. So let's just get that bow hold back in place. So middle 2 fingers. Oh, let's try that again. Middle 2 fingers. The elastic band is just a guide to make sure that you're keeping those middle fingers there. Okay, pinky, index finger, and thumb here or here, depending on where you feel most comfortable. Ultimately, it will go here, but if you feel more comfortable here, that is fine. So that is your bow preparations. And in the next video, we'll go through some bow exercises.